All right, guys, today's episode sponsor is fitresponder.com. Ted and Emily. They're available on all the platforms across the board. If you're on social media, Instagram, YouTube channel over at Fit Responder Training, TikTok, Fit Responder for those who are on there, Twitter as well, too. I know you guys have your choices out there, but after getting to know Ted, Ted and Emily are law enforcement professionals, and their passion which goes inside what their job is, to getting professionals in law enforcement, first responder, firefighters and cops, and you firefighters, you know damn well that you make a lot of us cops fat with your amazing cooking, into their best health, wellness, mental health shape, right? And that's all done through physicality. I know you guys have a lot of people out there that you could take a look at, but I'm stressing you take a look at Ted and Emily of fitresponder.com, because after I've taken some time to get to look at them, had a couple conversations with Ted, looked at his content, look at what they do, and I'm fully endorsing them. So in a world where everybody and their mother is a trainer and they can help you do whatever, I strongly encourage you to take a second, look over Ted and Emily's content on any social media platform. Check out their website, fitresponder.com. I'm sure you're going to be extremely happy with working with them and the results you'll get from them. All right, guys, let's check out today's video. All right, let's talk about the single biggest hidden gem for the YouTube Wing Chun community. I mean, there is not one other channel you will ever find that will be this generous, if you will, in their content creation over the years, almost 2 decades worth of stuff for you on just a level that you just can't find. That's going to be Windy City Wing Chun. It's Windy City Wing Chun on YouTube. It's a channel. The last video is 5 years ago. Ed and Ken. I'm going to be as blunt as possible. They're in my area. They're down my street. I met Ken. Ed and I bumped into each other once at a movie theater. I think I was I was seeing one of the Twilight films, and I don't know. I think I told that to Ed, and he made fun of me. We said literally 2 words to each other. How are you? I was getting popcorn. That was it. We didn't talk. Ken, I've had a couple of conversations with Ken online. That's about it. The best thing about Ed and Ken, I'll give you my background in a second, but with them, they don't give a shit what you have to think. They don't, and they don't need to. Their ability alone in not only doing or performing, executing proper Wing Chun, but teaching it, it's second to none. It really is. I will tell you flat out, I don't know my ability compared to them. We've never touched hands, but I will tell you, as far as teachers go. No, I don't even come remotely close to compare to Ed and Ken. Their ability is ridiculous. When I first started on YouTube, I remember when I was going to get into Chi Sao, my training was coming up on, that time where I started learning Chi Sao. I found this video, and I didn't know they were in my area. And all we had was the initial, I had years worth of basic blocking that we're doing and punching and Tan Sao. I had to learn Gan Sao, transitions, everything. And I started to look at YouTube several years into my Wing Chun training, and I started typing in Wing Chun, and these guys came up, and I was instantly hooked. This was the video that got me into, all right, I made the right decision for Wing Chun, because I've said it for years. I almost quit Wing Chun 3 times. I was so frustrated with it. I didn't understand how the bridge gapped between my ability as a fighter and as a wrestler, and then Wing Chun. How do you bridge the gap, period? Didn't understand it, right? We weren't learning the Chi Sao yet. I didn't learn Chi Sao until probably 4 or 5 years into my training. And when I came into this and I saw this video from Ed and Ken, I must have watched this 100+ times on YouTube. I was like, oh my God, this is phenomenal. And they're underneath Augustine Fong, Sifu Augustine Fong. He produced another Sifu Jose Grados, and Sifu Jose Grados and Ed and Ken, you could see similarities, but definitely differences in the way that they wind up executing their particular Wing Chun. But this was the video for me. This was the one that really, really did a number on me and went, oh my God, I'm so glad I'm in this art. Now, when it comes back down to instruction, you're going to find, I mean, some of these videos are almost 20 years old, and I'm not going to play these. You guys need to go look at this channel, Windy City Wing Chun. The amount of depth and literal meaning behind movements, nuances, concepts, they do it all. This channel, I was thinking about the math. All right, under Phil alone, my second Sifu, I would have to sit there and spend class, group class tuition, and then it was private lessons 2 to 3 times a week, and then parking and gas. I spent thousands of dollars under my second Sifu Phil, and I'm very appreciative of the lesson I got. But when I watch these guys, I'm going to tell you, and you know, maybe Ed and Ken will think about it, and I hope they don't make their stuff private. Their content is thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of free Wing Chun training. And I know a lot of guys out there are doing programs, and this is one reason why I don't charge for programs, is that how can you compete? Literally, if our community, and you really can't ultimately learn without touching hands, but literally the basis, these videos are insane, and they're so detailed, and they're so damn good and comprehensive. And a lot of when I started under Phil, I started keeping a notebook, and I would start to write my notes. And then when I became more independently free thinking, because Phil was a lot taller than I am, he's over 6 feet, I'm 5'7". How does my Wing Chun relate to it? Ed is my height, we're the same height. I'm like, man, how do I had to start looking at other people, and Ed was one of the people out there. Ken, bigger than me, Ed, my height. So I wanted to know, okay, what do shorter men, how do we live in this savage area of Wing Chun training? And I started to listen and take notes and then compare it to mine and meld the information. It's just one of the best sources of Wing Chun encyclopedia there is out there. You know, and it's almost 10 years later, and I'm going to tell you, Ed, Ken, fuck you both for putting this teaser out there and never finishing it. You should have. It's one of the best videos out there. It was produced back in the time when we enjoyed Wing Chun, and I really hope you guys eventually do a part 2. But guys, I'm going to leave you with this. Enjoy their video. Remember, check them out. It's Windy City Wing Chun. They are in the Chicago area. If you do have a chance to train with them, they are so secure in their ability to teach and deliver Wing Chun. Like I said, it's one of my favorite things about both those guys. They don't give a shit. They're fantastic guys. So if you're checking out their YouTube channel, if you're in Wing Chun at all and you want to see what it's about, you have to subscribe to the Windy City Wing Chun channel here on YouTube. It's one of the best. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Enjoy this.